Sometimes, the people we meet for a moment stay in our hearts forever. This is the true story of how an Indian tour guide won the heart of a Hollywood star. An American family arrived in Mumbai for a vacation: the father, the mother, their son, and their daughter Flora. At the airport, they met their tour guide, John, a simple, kind-hearted man who loved showing tourists the beauty of India. John took them across Mumbai Marine Drive, the gateway of India, Bollywood spots, and the crowded markets. And with every place they visited, Flora and John came a little closer. They shared small conversations, little jokes, and stories. But that simple connection slowly turned into something deeper, a gentle bond that grew into a pure, unconditional love. After 2 unforgettable weeks, it was time for Flora and her family to return to America and say goodbye. Flora looked at John and said softly, "John, I'll never forget you." John replied, "And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes." Flora landed in America, and she started chasing her dream. She took small roles, worked day and night, and slowly Hollywood began to notice her. Within just 3 years, her talent exploded across the industry. Directors wanted her. And then, the unimaginable happened. Flora was chosen as the lead actress of Titanic, a role that would change her life forever. Flora received the Oscar for Titanic. The entire crowd erupted in applause. But the real shock came when the host leaned forward and asked, "Flora, who do you love?" Flora smiled and replied, "Yes, his name is John, a man I met in Mumbai. We loved each other, and I'm returning to India to find him." John sat alone in his small room, watching the Oscars on his old TV, never imagining his life was about to change. And then, he heard it, Flora's voice, saying his name in front of the whole world. For a moment, he froze. His heart stopped, and then, the tears came, not of sadness, but of a love he thought he had lost forever. Flora didn't waste a single moment. The second her flight landed in India, she pushed through the crowd, her heart racing. She knew exactly where to go, the small tourist office where John worked. John stepped outside, confused by the noise, and then froze. There she was. Flora, Oscar winner, Hollywood star. His Flora, standing right in front of him, with trembling eyes filled with love. Flora, unable to hold it in anymore, said, "John, I came all the way across the world for one reason: I want to marry you." John, shocked, took a step back and said, "Flora, you're a superstar. I'm just a guide, a simple man." Flora moved closer, placing her hand on his chest. "I don't want your money or your status. I want you, the man who made me feel loved before the world even knew my name." For a moment, the world stood still. John looked into her eyes, the same eyes he had fallen for years ago in Mumbai, and finally, he made his choice, the choice not of fear, but full of love. John said to Flora, "If you still want me, then I choose you too." Then, they moved to America, built a new life, and proved that sometimes, love writes the most unbelievable stories. And that was it, a Hollywood star and a simple Indian guide, choosing each other over fame, distance, and status. The world saw Flora as a superstar, but John saw her as a human. The world loved her for Titanic, but she loved John for who he was. 2 different continents, 2 different lives, one love. Their reunion wasn't luck, it was fate finally catching up. Because when love is true, even an ocean cannot keep 2 hearts apart.